Heeding the Archsage Aphos' advice, Eliwood sets out for Biran. Biran, the greatest military force on the continent. The Lycian League has always enjoyed close relations with the Kingdom of Biran. Recently, however, King Desmond has begun to flaunt his military strength. Lycian nobles can no longer move freely within Biran's borders. Eliwood and his group enter the country in the guise of simple travelers. Chapter 23, Four-Fanged Offense. Hey guys, it's the Melblade 5, Maximal Fire Emblem, the Blazing Blade. Last time we escaped that mysterious tomb and met Aphos, one of the 8 legends who is somehow still alive. And he told us to go to the Shrine of Seals in Biran. And this time, as Eliwood says, we're in Biran now. I wonder what's happened. The village seems so busy. I spoke to some villagers on the way here. They said Prince Zephyr's coming-of-age ceremony is in 10 days. There's no helping all the excitement. They've no idea what's happening. Carefree fools. Tell me, Hawkeye, do you know the location of the Shrine of Seals?
I've heard it's north of Biran, but the location of the shrine itself is secret. I doubt if anyone outside the royal family knows how to reach it.
So if we want to reach the shrine, we'll have to contact the royal family? Is that it? Without revealing our identities or our motives? There's gotta be another way to find where it is. I can provide you with its general location. Lord Pent, I'm privy to the highest secrets of military information in Etruria. When we learned of the shrine's existence, we investigated. However, none of our operatives returned. Biran's defenses are formidable. So, even if we reach the shrine, we're as like as not to be captured? Most likely. And if your identities are discovered, Biran will see it as an excuse to invade Lycia. That, above all else, must be avoided. That's where I come in. What do you mean? Duty demands that I attend the post-ceremony festivities. However, I will greet the Queen privately before the ceremony. Privately? You can do that? Queen Helene was born in Etruria. She and I are related, albeit a distant relation. When we meet, I will discreetly ask about the Shrine of Seals. Most like, she'll not say much, but anything will help, will it not? Rest assured, even if I fail, I will not reveal your presence. Lord Pent, that's... If we do not return by tomorrow, return to Lycia and come up with a new plan. Understood? If you fail, what will become of you? Everything will work out. It wouldn't be a bad life, abandoning my position, living on the run with Louise. If I'm with you, my Lord Pent, I care not where we go. I pray for your success. Please do. Let us proceed, Louise. Come back safely. I'll be waiting for you.
Pent, hold on.
What is it, Hawkeye?
I was holding this for the Master.
It's a heaven seal!
There are only 3 in existence.
What is Archsage Aphos' plan?
I'm to give it to them when the time is right.
I see.
I might not know the right time when it comes. I want you to take care of it.
Thank you, but what if we do not return?
You will. You and Louise, without fail.
I understand. Lord Hawkeye, we will most certainly return. Well, if it isn't Nino. Yeah, Lloyd, Linus. What is it? Are you working?
I suppose we are. How about you? Where are you off to in such a hurry?
I have a job to do too. I'm carrying messages for Mother, so I have to do my best. See ya. Let's do something when your job is finished.
She's a good lass. Yes. Hard to believe she's that woman's child.
This waiting is hard. There must be something we can do. I know what you mean, but we have to lay low. Why didn't we try and gather some information on the Black Fang? Information? Yes, Black Fang's headquarters are here in Biran. The location was never disclosed to me, though. The Black Fang is so much different than it once was. Any information we could gain would be beneficial. That's a good idea. Thanks, Legault. Think nothing of it. What do you think, Dean? You're right. Any information we find would be a starting place. And it's settled. Let's get started. Let's split up and go. Try to blend in. We'd better be careful. Especially you, Hector. What? Those two. I can't tell if they're friends or not. Is something funny, Ninian? It's just listening to you grumble, Lord Elliowood. You sound like you're their chaperone. Really? Is that what it sounds like to you? Uh-huh. That's great. I like it when you laugh. Excuse me? Oh, nothing. Come on, let's go. Can it really be them? I thought they were in the Nabata. What does it matter where they've been? We found them, so let's take care of them. I guess you're right. But the timing's not right. Attacking them while they're in town is against our creed. Shall we tell Father and await his orders? Linus, I'll go and tell Father. You stay here and watch them. Why don't you and I finish them now? We can't! You have to be patient. All you need to do is watch where they go. Understand? Uh-huh. Even so, I can't ignore game when it's nibbling on my line. Hey, Igor! What is it, Linus? You're going hunting. We'll taunt them and pull them to the center of town. Hold on a minute. You're not really going to ignore Lloyd's orders, are you? He doesn't want the villagers harmed. That's what he said, right? So we make sure they're not. I understand, but... Come on, Igor! We want to show my brother we can do this, right? I'm counting on you. You just never ever listen to anyone. You are Elliowood? Who? Ah, you're Black Fang. That's right. You have the honor of dying at the hands of the Four Fangs. Our commander is Linus, the Mad Dog. Elliowood, is that the enemy? Yes, let's meet his challenge. Come. You'll get your throats ripped out. But before I die... Well, I've got some shit to talk about now, but I'll explain that later, because we got a mini cutscene coming up here. What's all this? A skirmish. But which side is in the right? I cannot tell. Not much I could do. I guess I'll slip in on this end. This is probably, like, at least my 10th time trying to do this episode. Because most of the time it was just me fucking up dialogue in the cutscenes, like, really badly. And I wanted to obviously try and improve my skills of actually reading the frickin' dialogue so that we don't have, like, tons of, like, you know, tons of frickin' errors and all that to make things, you know, more interesting to watch. So I had to redo a bunch of that. But there were 2 times where I managed to get through the cutscenes perfectly fine. You know, like, all, like, 7 or 8 minutes of those cutscenes, however long it was. And on the first time was just because I made some really stupid behind-the-scenes mistake. Like, I forgot to do some very important research for this chapter, and I needed to do that, and it became completely, like, disjointed and all that. But the second time, for this strategy that you see that I'm doing here, is that we have a sage over there. Now, I previously tried to have Florina do this, but... There's a guy in a ballista here, and he can actually reach all the way over there for some fucking reason. He missed the first time, but on the second time he fired, he hit Florina and killed her in 1 hit. After all the previous attempts I had to do in this chapter, at that point, I literally just went into dead silence, put down the headset, threw the gamepad on the floor, walked out the room, went into the bathroom, and just screamed. Because I am so sick of having to do this. It's got to the point that basically the cutscene that you just saw was basically that attempt where Florina died. But obviously I'm just sick of having to do it over again because that one went perfectly fine. I decided to keep that, and I'm just gonna splice the 2 things together. Just, oh my god, and I'm gonna have to mention all the same shit over again, but... For this chapter, this is our first case of a chapter that has 2 versions to it. The version I am playing right now, to unlock this, you have to have Lynn, Hector, and Elliowood's levels combined be equal to 50 or more. if they are lower than 50, you get a completely different version of the chapter, which is more in like a field area, not in a town, and you'll be fighting Lloyd as the boss instead of Linus. Yeah, I wanted to get... The reason why I kept wanting to have the Lords all leveled up so much is because I wanted to get this version of the chapter. Because Lloyd's version kind of sucks. It is a fog level, and I do not want to deal with that shit. Plus, I don't think there's as many enemies in Lloyd's version, so while this might end up probably making this the first chapter that could possibly be done in 3 episodes, you know, it's obviously I can get more experience out of it. We might end up getting a lot of promotions in this chapter, but anyway, Armor Slayer, oh, thank God. Okay, I remember Link got a crit against this guy in, like, the previous attempt with, and I mean, when I ever say previous attempt, I mean just, like, the one where Florina died. But, yeah, she got a crit there. The one thing I'm worried about the strategy is the damn Wyvern Riders, but that's why I have Lucius over there. I hate these fucking ballistas. I hate them so much. I'm surprised these guys are missing as well. That's impressive. Okay, and then there's the Sage. He has a third of a chance of hitting. And he misses anyway, thank God. Even with the barrier boost, it still does 13. With Florina, it would have only done 8. But I don't want to risk the fucking ballista. Let's see. I'm sure this is the place, but I guess he's not here yet. Beautiful weather. It's perfect for taking on evildoers. Yet here I am again, running errands. I wish I were more worthy so that I could help out in battle. What? Don't scare me like that, Jafar! What's wrong? You're never late for anything.
My last job took longer than expected.
What? There are things that can slow you down? I would never have expected that.
If you have my next mission, let me hear it.
Oh, right. Mother gave this to me. Huh? Oh, what happened? You're covered in blood!
It's a scratch. Pay it no heed.
Scratches don't bleed like that! Let me see.
Forget it. Next target. Hurry.
Jafar! Come on, wake up! What should I do? Anyway, what's the range on this ballista? Still pretty fucking... How come this guy is so much less range than this one? What the fuck? That's so stupid! Well, anyway... Oh god, Lucius, why? Anyway... The thing that I wanted to mention as well is the fact that since we now have some shops again in the chapter, I also took the time to give Eliwood the selling items so that we can actually sort of, you know, deal with them. Okay, Lucius can take them out. So obviously I put him next to that shop just to frickin' make sure that we actually goddamn sell them. But as we're going through all this stuff, I can finally get the phone out and mention some of the things that I need to bring up for this episode. So, in the previous chapter there was a chest in the bottom left side of the map, but I unfortunately was never able to reach it. So, I did obviously a bit of research, and found out that the item within that chest is a silver sword, which, yeah, I'm not gonna lose sleep over that, because while a silver sword is really good, I've already got, like, 2 of them already, and, you know, I can probably buy some anyway, like, in the near future, so, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. There was also some items that I missed in the chapter 22, where, which again, I'm not really fussed over, but I should mention them, is, in the sand in the northern area of the bones where I got Fearless Might, you would get Eclipse. There's a Dark Magic Tome. Not really bothered over that, because unfortunately I'm not really going to be able to use Canis at this point. But anyway, Darts, you can talk to him. Wait a minute. I've seen you before. What? Do you think you can just come up and start? Ah, I know! You're that guy who worked for Belga. Gates!
Dart, is that you?
What are you doing here? I like to raise some trouble on land every now and then. How about you? What are you doing? Working for your father?
Don't mention the old man!
As far as I'm concerned, I'm no part of that family anymore. Well then, what are you doing here?
Nothing. I was wondering about when this battle erupted. Say, Dart, do you think I could join up with you?
Huh?
Of all the stupid, you're raising trouble, right? Slip me in on the action.
It's fine with me. We're up against a pretty tough bunch, though.
I have nothing else to do. I'll fight till I get bored.
Let's go, then.
Yeah!
We have Gates on our side. Gates is a warrior. Obviously a promoted fighter, like I said before. With Gates, he has the best strength. I believe he has the best strength. He's the fastest out of all the fighter-related classes, though. So, you know, he's very good for speedy stuff. And he obviously does have very good strength, as typical of a fighter. A fighter-related character is more what I mean. But the problem with Gates is, well, kind of a problem, just a problem. It's not so much of me saying he's a bad character, because he's very usable. If you want to use a fire-related character that isn't Barter or Dorcas, then, you know, you should use Gates. The problem with Gates is just that he has very low resistance, even for axe wielder standards, so he gets easily screwed over when fighting a bunch of magic users, is the problem. So yeah, that's just one very important thing that you should make note of. Alright, I wish Will could reach that Wyvern Rider, though. That is the problem. Alright then, so Florina, you could probably take this guy out, actually. With your Slim Lance, yes, but is there anything else that you could use? Yeah, we'll just use the Javelin. I could say the Slim Lance for more situations where I definitely need to attack twice, though. Okay then, so I noticed that my characters are kind of making a blockade for this Wyvern Rider, so yeah, okay, now I've got a better idea of where everybody should go. So, let's see, their range. Okay, the axe wielder can reach Lynn there, so, and she can obviously take it perfectly fine, so we'll go there. Then, let's just move Raven and Will around here, just so that they're safe. And I should also just quickly check Priscilla and Minion. Yeah, they're just out of there. That guy can go after Lucius, but that's kind of... Well, actually... No, wait. Shit. Yeah, Minion can't reach Lucius. Oh, no, I'm worried now. Okay, Priscilla, you can sort of get close to Lucius, so you can heal him. Like, in the very dangerous situation he's probably going to get put in at the end of this. And Sane, you already moved, so Hector is the only one left, so I'll just keep him there. Alright, then. Oh, what's everybody else going to do? There are a lot of enemies in this chapter. Let's see, there was some stuff up... Okay, Lynn, this is where you get the critical. Okay, there were some things about chapter 22 that I wanted to bring up, but just kind of forgot. The other item that I didn't get, which I obviously had to interrupt myself doing because I had to recruit Gates, is that you could get in the sand area, which was around where that knight was at the beginning that Pent killed. You can get a body ring. That is another stat boosting item. It increases Constitution by 2. Again, I'm not so much bothered over that because the only character I really think I have that suffers from a lack of Constitution is Raven. But, you know... Oh, Lucius! Oh, you got a crit, okay. But, you know, Raven still actually has ways of getting around his low Constitution, which isn't much of a problem. So, yeah, we can also get a body ring later on, so I'm not really bothered about that. Also, one thing about, Jasmine and Paul is that they actually kind of remind me of something from Awakening as well. They actually kind of remind me a lot of the characters Vincent and Victor, who also are two, like, brothers who are part of, like, leading, like, ringleaders in a group of bandits, and they also look a bit similar to them as well. They also have almost a slightly similar personality as well, and Eliwood can just barely not go in the house. Great. So, yeah, and I also, after doing some research, I found out that the whole thing with Jasmine and Paul and frickin' Victor and Vincent is that it's actually a bit of a recurring trend in the Final series. There's other characters that kind of follow that same trend, but I just didn't know. I can't remember any of their names off the top of my head right now, but still, I thought that was actually kind of interesting to mention. So that's kind of everything I really had to, like, a good sort of, like, again, the word I keep saying a lot now, segue to talk about. I still have some other remaining things to bring up, but I don't really know how I can actually transition into them, really. Alright then, so... Let's see, did I move Sane already? Now I'm getting so confused because now how many freaking attempts I've had to do. I'm just getting lost now. Okay, Sane, please tell me you can kill this guy. Yes! This guy only has 24 HP. That's pretty... I mean, I know magic units don't really specialize in HP, but that's pretty fucking shocking for a sage to only have 24 HP. That's like the freaking regular mages at this point. Alright then, so since Lucius can move again, he can kind of join back up with everyone else. Now, let's see. This is where things going to get a bit tough. Oh, there's a wyvern rider there. Oh, God. I don't really want to put anybody in, like, the fray. They'll be in danger, though, is the thing. Oh, I think I might have to move some people around again, but... Will, unfortunately, is out of range as well, so that sucks. Let's see. Florian. I wonder if I can make them, divert around. You can't go in between these shops, even though it looks like it. But okay, let's see. Let's see if I can have Florina kind of divert some of the mercenaries around here. She can't kill him with that. Yeah, Stealin's perfectly fine. He can double her, surprisingly, but she'll kill him instantly anyway. Oh, phew, now I just need to get Gates out of there. Gates, I don't think there's much of an issue if you use Gates in this chapter, even if you don't actually plan to use him on, like, your full team. Just because, well, you know, there's a lot of enemies you're going to have to deal with here. Again, kind of another reason why I wanted to do this chapter over Lloyd's version is just because there's more enemies for you to fight, and thus, obviously, more experience in the end. Okay, Darts, this guy has low chance of hitting you. I just need you to hit him. This guy is a halberd, which again is actually very effective on cavalry, so it's a good thing I didn't have any of my mounted units to take care of him. Okay then, so we gotta move in a way so that we're safe in the range of that wyvern rider. So I can move. Let me think. I can move. I could try to lure him out with Hector. I don't think Hector will take too much damage from him. I can actually. Let's see. Hector, you can equip the, I think the Iron Axe should still be fine for you. I should just see what he's got. See, Lance, he has a red gem as well, which you can, obviously you have to steal. Oh no! Oh no, Florina, you are getting out of there, and I'm moving you down here. Okay. And I think that's all I can do right now, since Raven and Will are not in a really good spot right now, and yeah, that's all I can do, so just gotta wait. Oh boy. I at least remember this chapter taking a pretty long time for me to do on my first playthrough, though granted I didn't have as high-level characters for this one since I missed several, side quest chapters, which included Genesis, as you know there, because I had literally had no idea what the fuck I was going to do for all that. Okay, it's a little bit tough with me also having to check the time as well, since I decided to split this episode into 2 parts, so I gotta do like a bit of maths here. Oh, okay, he missed. Luckily, Sane should not die if he gets hit. Alright, Elliewood, you can go in this house. Is there something I can help you with? I have an injured man here. Please, keep your voice down. No, I don't know anything about the Black Fang. Leave, please! You'll upset my patient. Yeah, that's all that happens when you go in the house. It really doesn't matter who you send in there, just the same thing that happens pretty much all the time. So, yeah, I just wanted to show that off. Anyway.
Long ago, I used to work in Biran's royal palace. I was Prince Zephyel's teacher of history. But Prince is a wise lad. He's the royal family's first prodigy. Yet King Desmond ignores the boy's talents, and they wither. Here, I'd like you to take this. This is an earth seal. This one item contains the powers of many. Night Crest, Guiding Ring, Hero Crest, Elysian Whip. I'm unsure why I would trust this gesture to a complete stranger. I cannot explain it, but I have a feeling. For some reason, I believe you will aid the prince. Strange. Go on, humor an old man and take it.
Okay, we get an Earth Seal. This is the wild card of promotional items, basically. This can promote any class except for lords, thieves, and pirates. So yeah, pretty freaking good. It's also, it's a way I could have gone around Canis' whole thing with the whole, guiding ring situation I explained, but there's something else I want to obviously bring up about that. Okay, let's see. Raven, you're probably going to have to use your Lancery, which I want to save up the uses for, and also, Will, I want to save the uses of your longbow as well. You can just barely... Okay, you can kill him with the steel bow, assuming you hit both times, but you have a very high hit rate anyway, so yes! I was worried that Will might have been a bit behind everybody else, but obviously when doing the preparations, I noticed that he was obviously level 17, so he's right at the same level as everybody else anyway, so okay. That guy's in the water, which is really sucky for me, but okay. Yora, I would like it to, obviously, if you could drop Florina off, though, first. Fortunately, obviously, you can't attack at this point, but, whatever. Let me try this. So, Lynn, let's see what you can do against him. 8 damage. 11 damage! Okay, 11 again anyway, what the fuck? Okay, Dart, your chances don't seem very likely to me, but I'll try it anyway. 50-50? Nope. Nope, there is no hope. Okay, then, so... What's Lucius... Wait a minute. Ninian, what's your range, actually? Okay, let's see if Lucius can just barely reach them if I have Ninian dance for him. That could be a very good thing. Lucius must kill the enemies in order for us to live. Because everybody wants to smell like titter sprinkles. Okay, please tell me Lucius can just barely... Yes! Alright! Okay, Lucius. Yes, you can kill him. You're getting very low on that lightning, but luckily I just bought 2 more from the shop. Alright, I'm probably going to do some shopping as well. I also might do a little bit of grinding in the arena just to get a bit more money for later on. Let's see, I'm at 17 minutes right now. Gotta add the 8 minutes. That puts me at 25 minutes right now, which isn't amazing. But, Hector, what the hell's with your chances? Well, let's see, Brave. No, not even the Brave Axe either. What the fuck? Okay, I'll at least have you try. But still, I'm probably gonna have to end off this episode soon. But at least we made like a big thing happen with recruiting Gates and all that. So, if I've played my cards right, I could actually get through this chapter faster than I expected. But again, we still have to worry about the reinforcements. Did I mention there were reinforcements so far, or was that in the previous attempt? I don't remember. There are reinforcements of Wyvern Riders at, like, this edge of the map here. There's also a secret shop here. But again, I don't have a member's card, so... yeah, that sucks. Okay. Oh, boy, Hector. Why did I do that? Why? Okay, Lynn, stand there, and then... just get everybody in sort of a better spot. I could put Gates behind Hector, and maybe have him use his bow as well. Obviously, a good thing with Gates as well, obviously, Judo Warriors being able to use bows, he can also deal with little lacking in movement, but okay. Actually, speaking of movement, there's one correction I need to make, just because I uploaded an episode recently where somebody pointed out an error I made, which I technically was aware of. It's just something I always forget. Is that I mentioned obviously how I thought that. Wow, Hector. Okay, I mentioned that I thought that Lynn and okay, there's reinforced. I thought they're pirates as well. Okay, I mentioned how I thought that Lynn and Florina having their support up would affect their oh shit! Why do I always do this? Would affect what the hell, man? Okay, Florina, you can obviously take care of it. I thought that their support would affect Lynn's movement, which is wrong. Movement does not ever sort of increase. The only time movement ever goes up is through promotion and the item called Boots, which is the stat increase 9 for movement. It's just for some reason always in Fire Emblem, I think that movement is I always internally think that movement is a stat that can increase. Even though I do secretly know that it isn't. I just don't know why. But anyway, I think I'm gonna have to end it off here right now. So, next time on Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade, now that we got our ranks increased yet again with Gates, we should hopefully try to do some more progress, and maybe if I'm fast enough, take on Linus. So take care, and I'll see you guys next time.